All right. Time for a force around the operator. It's really just going to be kind of follow the Pied Piper for RRQ, and EDG once again choosing the right side of the map to be battering down, leading on in with the drone.
Of course, if RRQ, then they want to set up the trap over towards A shops. It's not going to be the case. That bad news delivered here as Cushy just has to play for retake. All util already flies on through. At least we're going to come through mid. A bit of a multi-angle approach. See if Crazy Guy's flank can get something done here. Jenny will be able to be on his mark to make sure that doesn't really allow anything to occur for RRQ. Otherwise, potentially playing for exits here as well.
Yeah, there's really not much they can do here. I mean, if Cushy makes it onto the site, then maybe there's a pit after plan on the cards, but with time ticking off the spike, I don't know how that's going to go for them. Oh my god, you could have put your house on Crazy Guy getting that pick.
And you would have lost your house.
And nobody, only going 1-for-1. It's a complete cleanup for EDG. Nicely navigated in the post, but honestly, I thought RRQ was going to get a little bit more damage done. They only got one pick.
Jenny with a jump scare there. Like, whoa, okay, player just dropping to the left of me. Fortunately, one of those cases where you gambled over towards the wrong side of the map on A, and then suddenly it's all B again. Cushy's like, yeah, they're all here. Can only really pray for some good trades to come on through. So Operator will be the only thing still in the hands of Jemkin as a rebuy, pretty sure. He just lost a bunch of money there. Game has not gone away from RRQ, but again, they're the ones that really need to be locked in for this particular map.
EDG have really been conditioning B, so they're just going to contact their way into the A site. Cushy and Jemkin retake once again, as the drone and the null command going to lead the charge here for EDG. Should be a pretty easy A site after plan. Yet another 5-on-5 retake.
Straight to the plant, no issues. Multiple 5-on-5 retakes. Jemkin's not happy about the fact that he just doesn't quite get... Okay, maybe not. He's not happy about the fact that he'll get Kang now. I was going to say, he's not getting these pre-entry type of kills. A couple of decent tags from nobody as well. Cushy falls, and it's just more falling over RRQ. They're not getting anything in response here. 2 versus 4. Now Jemkin has to start thinking about saving again.
It's Vero with one on the way out, traded quickly by Chichu, who's on the warpath. Jemkin doing his best to hold on to the operator, secures the 2-4, so we'll have one regardless of how the outcome of this pick comes through. Cheeky movements for nobody. Signed from up on high. A lot of angles to deal with here. So far, Jemkin passing the test, but that's a little bit too much for him. And nobody removing the operator from RRQ's hands. Gonna have to burn that ultimate into the next if you want access to one.
They're gonna have to for more than that, because you have to look at the economy being potentially broken here. It was a big buy-up coming through RRQ. And that first kill to Kang was basically the only moment of success coming through for RRQ's entire retake scenario.
Timeout. RRQ, once again, it's the same story here, unfortunately. You get a back and forth opening couple of rounds, and then it really feels like the other team starts to pick up a lot of momentum and starts winning rounds more and more effortlessly. A lot of kind of easier rounds for EDG. Constantly choosing the right sides, constantly going into some of these retake situations for RRQ, and then doing a really good job disrupting them before they can actually complete those retakes. Great underarm flash in that last round from Gianni on side. He doubles up, then you have a Cove on the other side of things with the Storm Surge. Both the Harbor and the KO are making RRQ's life very, very difficult trying to complete this retake. You even had a Hunter Suri thrown in from nobody.
Yeah.
They're not just going to let you come back into the site and try to, get on the spike. They're just stopping you before you're even able to make it past yellow or on the B side of the map towards the broken wall. Not easy stuff for RRQ at all.
Talk about the fact that there's also conditioning at play here as well. EDG have gone B so many times and RRQ overcommitted there. Constant 5v5 retakes. Will be the tour round for sure for Jemkin here.
Halo,
everyone else strings together whatever they can buy.
Ini
Kang's already just placed someone. Okay, we're going to speed up really quickly here. Trademark's been popped. Kang. He's tucked in a corner. Oh, he's been spotted by the recon. That is unfortunate. It still lands a shot at Kang though. Pretty massive from Jemkin. Good recovery. 51 HP, but he's alive. See if we can lead the troops into this one. Scan up the journey. Shotgun kill is going to be good for Zan as well. Numbers starting to fall in favor for RRQ and EDG. Might just be falling to pieces a little bit here. Jenny walks into his death as well. Can EDG get anything? They're not finding a single kill.
That's rough for EDG, I'm not going to lie. Very easy on the way on into the A site. And from there, It's really unable to disrupt RRQ despite what should have been a freebie onto Champion. He hits a nasty quick scope onto Kang, peeking out on towards the double box. I think you've seen Kang go down in that exact same position a couple of times now. And the follow-up is even better, despite the fact that the Harbor All comes through from side. I was thinking like, okay, we lost the Jet in an aggressive position. That happens. Now it's going to be Harbor All coming straight through and EDG is just going to mop them, right? Not the case at all. Great retake for RRQ, and that's exactly what they needed to get back into this game.
Thrifty win is exactly what the Doctor ordered here. Successful tour de force round. Bladestorm and Reckoning taken off the hands of EDG as the scoreline starts to even out again. Jemkin doesn't get scanned out. Gets flashed a little bit. No, that's not what he wanted to be too unfortunate. That's a big scan coming through, but EDG will still walk on in. Chichu, even on the other side of the map, is able to just get a kill, causing problems.
It's an awkward exchange, but it's one that EDG comes out in front of. Secure control of the site here. Zan and Xfero would burn the overdrive to come try to get back in on this retake as they've thrown a progression smoke for themselves. Still the paranoia here for Xfero at the ready. He's got another smoke that just came off cooldown, and there is the Cove and the shock to try to zone them away from the backside of site.
Okay.
Subscribe.
Wanting to go in deep here. Oh, Zan, Xfero as well. Zan still alive, not any longer.
It's perfection. Literally the Storm Surge and the KO knife dumped straight on the perfect position as they try to complete that retake. That is just one team dumping all their utility where nobody's standing and the other team responding perfectly. Had a lot of the right pieces of utility to complete that retake for RRQ. Paranoia and the relay ball clears out all of the left side of site, but it's just the perfect Storm Surge from side there.
Yep. And ends up holding on to ultimate as well. You just get one back for RRQ, then it's straight back in the dumps again as EDG control it. Viper's Pit for this round as well for the post plants. Slow one now. We've had a couple of quick rounds. This one will be a bit slow from EDG. Just to wait this one to see if RRQ want to make some early moves.
Jemkin going to be first up to bat here. Needs to deliver on this A side of the map. Has a rendezvous up on top of the double boxes. Drone going to be the first contact for EDG that does spot out the chamber.
He's going to get Hunter's Fury out of here as well.
It's a defensive one.
Actually, never mind. You're right. It's a defensive Hunter's Fury to try and slow things down that EDG won't just be able to walk on in. Jemkin would still like to find that opening, but the high tide cuts across the entire map. We've heard the shots come through from the operator now. And there's the Viper's Fit to cover the plant itself. 4 5v5 here. You also have nobody covering the big flank, and a couple of members from RRQ might want to look in that direction.
Yeah, you can see Cushy starting to activate in that part of the map. There is the attacker side, Hunter's Fury, once again looking to disrupt this retake. Chichu striking first outside of the pit. Pressure on nobody on the flank. He's just playing with his boot, really. Wide swing does get punished by Cushy. Kang going forward, but the pit is still up.
How do you navigate this pit? Three players in deep, nice and quick, and Chichu's just making it work inside the pit. The Viper strikes. And now it's a Viper versus Viper with a little bit of help from Harbor as well. Cushy won his trade outside, in towards spawn, on the big flank. But all he's trying to do now is stay alive, and Chichu's looking for him. He'll just manage to find him for the ace as well. Cushy, goodbye. Chichu will not be denied, and neither will EDG.
I think Cushy wanted him to have the ace as well. He whiffed a good 10 bullets on someone not even looking at him. Oh.
Bro deserves it. Take it, my man.
No, honestly. That is what Chichu does best, though. It looks like RRQ are making serious inroads into completing this retake, and then they run into Chichu inside the pit, and the rest of the story was history, honestly. Side makes it out with an operator as well to hand over to Kang. And RRQ, money's not looking great. Overdrive there for Zan. You do have a bunch of rifles to work with as well.
Well, here we go. You talk about the overdrive. Not going to waste any time. Zan's going to be working his way through the map.
No!
Come on through. Sign eventually falls. Sign was looking for that kill as well. Would have been a good one. So we do have players on lower HP than they would like. But however, it's EDG with less HP and less members.
No!
Struggling to stay alive there. Zan doubles up.
It's sloppy, but RRQ making it work for themselves. 2-man advantage. Kang looking to take matters into his own hands, but with the spike in hand, Nest is honestly a little bit outrageous. At the same time, though, when you're down 3 on 5, someone's got to make a play somewhere.
Probably not with a spike, ideally.
Well,
He's dropped into no man's land, which is going to make Jenny and Chichu's life a little bit harder here. Let's see them work their way around, back over. Xfero up. I mean, there's money here for EDG, so I expect them to do something. They're not going to just walk away from this one, but...
They're just trying to get some damage done, I think, honestly, at this point.
Well, they're not looking at places, looking left and right, but Xfero was in front of you. There was one correct answer out of 3 possible options there, and they both picked the wrong one, but it is what it is.
I mean, that was a round of all time, honestly. I'm watching RRQ whiffing multiple times, but still getting 2 opening picks. Then Kung.
That kills.
I mean, look, I don't even... You can't question Kung, all right? He is the protagonist. You even said it yourself.
Protagonists lose sometimes. Act 2s usually end up pretty bad for them.
Yeah, that was a character building moment for Kung.
It is, yeah. He's coming... Return of the Jedi next, don't worry.
There you go, null command and the drone to kick this one off. Straight in towards the B site. Xfero and Zan are hanging around in this neck of the woods. There's the dash on in. Kung takes a little bit of damage, but once again, another 5v5 retake.
Yeah, it's just going to be a slow one coming through RRQ. See what they can round up here. Plant's going to be easy. No real ultimate to speak of here as well. It's going to be super relevant. Here we go, fast lane, following through the drone as well. Opportunity now, Zan leading the way. The same peek he's done before. This peek ended up winning them the pistol, and Jemkin says, let's do that one more time.
No! Nice.
Repeat that level of success, 3 versus 2. Sign will even up the numbers a little bit more, but Jemkin's on a bit of a roll now. Just nobody off site. Double shock's available, but he's going to kill. He's so close. Jemkin will quadruple up and shut down nobody's opportunity to clutch it.
That's about as close as it gets. 11 HP on Jemkin. A very committed one and done angle there for nobody. You got to respect it in the 1-on-2. Could definitely be jiggling and doing all kinds of shock bolt lineups, but at the end of the day, RRQ able to scrape their way through that one. Jemkin right in the middle of the pack on the retakes, exactly where you want him to be. And a much, much closer game here. RRQ now actually starting to show why they have a little bit of chops on Breeze. The record is abysmal. I cannot argue with that, but I'm telling you guys, they are better than that. And I think they're starting to show it.
Well, RRQ are certainly having a better run of this map than they did against 100 Thieves, and Jemkin's making sure that's going to be the case. You wanted him to be a hero. He's going to be that hero. First shot. Ooh, it's going to be a whiff. Hong Kong's happy to have his life available. And sliding through the wall, easy line around. Jemkin as well to side.
Perfect.
This attack has fallen apart nice and quick. Spike's gone, and nobody will at least try to do something here. Chichu saw as an opportunity, but that opportunity is starting to fade quickly. He's only got a Guardian.
Yeah, freebie onto Cushy. But now RRQ well aware of where he's heading in from. Dark cover thrown out there. They're zoning him away. They know exactly where the spike is dropped. Up into the dark cover here. Chichu looking to throw hands as best he can, figuratively and literally. Poison orb going down. He's at a little close angles. Can't count him out, let's be honest. Chichu is a big game player, but that's a great angle for Jemkin to end a pretty good half for RRQ, has to be said. Another good game, 14-6 on the chamber here for Jemkin, and this is now doable for RRQ. This might be the first map they're able to win here at EWC, but they've got to have a good attacking side to back it.
6-3 was what we had at one point in favor of EDG, so that one certainly could have still run away from RRQ, but a nice little 3 in a row at the end. The last 3 rounds possible, RRQ got all of them. And that final one from EDG, unfortunately, was very lackluster, completely blown out, with no opportunity for Chichu to really even get any chance of a clutch. Of course, you had that 1v2 as well, where nobody... I could see that one going EDG potentially, with a couple of more sharp shots to land on Jemkin, but Jemkin's 4K on that round would not be denied.
Yeah, you had a few plays going the way of EDG as well, though. Chichu inside of that pit. That was definitely looking RRQ favored, so a little bit of give, a little bit of take. The main thing that I'm focusing on the side of RRQ, though, is that Zan has had moments, Cushy has had moments. You're getting the well-rounded performance that you need here. You're getting significant role swaps, and some of the players stepping into the roles where they need to have some impact. Zan on this Neon is going to be critically important.
Valorant,
On the attacking side, he needs to have impact. He needs to make space for the boys.
He's got the weight of his team and also the region on his shoulders here. He's one of the Pacific teams finding themselves in the lower bracket, currently fighting for their lives, and they're certainly fighting This is a close map no matter which way you cut it, which is a nice turnaround compared to what we saw on Ascent, where you have a repeat of that one, and, well, RRQ just go home with the tail between their legs.
Prepping in this second half. RRQ back onto that attacking side. This is where you're going to need to have a good game plan. This is the third map of Breeze in the last 3 where they've played a different comp. They were on the KO Harbor before, coming into EWC against 100 Thieves. Tried that double duelist, that did not work. Now we're here with a bunch of role swaps. Jemkin back on the chamber that we saw him piloting at the start of the year in Pacific Kickoff, and looking very, very dangerous. But he's going to have to be self-sufficiently able to find some success on this attacking side. Yes, they can set him up in some post plans, but there's definitely going to have to be some dry walking on the chamber and abusing that rendezvous if RRQ is going to go the distance here.
He's had some good op rounds. He has had some good tour rounds as well. Just that one tour round that ended up working out for them.
That's what I'm talking about.
Okay. And testing the waters, quite literate against the harbor as well.
Yeah,
just making his presence known. Jemkin will be sneaking his way up the doors.
No. It's going to be a complete disengage for RRQ. Back in towards spawn side, looking to clear out if anybody got on that elbow info line. Jemkin's been dropped off in middle and might get a little bit of a sniff at Signed here.
Kong's about to get the backstab though. Jemkin has to be a little bit careful about this. You could already tell that Signed has really sniffed out Jemkin. And finally, Kong's just going to take the back of the head. Sansky to roll on in, gets a double scan of those plays, but Chichu actually through the smoke is going to be the play getting the kill. Nobody was stunned as well, but it's crazy.
Oh, nice, crazy guy, nice.
Kushida followed through, and it just seems like another repeat of the opening pistol. RQ were looking like in sore spot, but a quick 4K puts things now on the back foot for EDG instead. A knife goes through. Double information, but a double peek as well, and Jenny cannot face up against that.
Where did that come from for RRQ? That is ridiculous. Round was going nowhere fast. Perfect Viper Wall across the site for EDG. You get the spam kill through from Chichu. They lost Jemkin for free. As Kong flanks him in middle, you see it there on the replay, and then Crazy Guy just has one of these rounds. Double right click. Free gun, by the way. That is illegal.
And of course, on the opening pistol, on round number 1, it was Cushy that did the same thing. He got a 3K after Zan opens him up on the retake for B. So it's not just a Jemkin show for RQ, at least in the opening pistol. The scan will actually end up going through here. Watch for contact over towards A as well.
Just clearing the trademark. Waiting for the elbow walk, RRQ, but the wall will go up first before Chichu makes a little bit of a move. Walks straight through it for a moment, but doesn't want to push the issue. I mean, a lot of teams just play a really slow attacking anti-eco here, so EDG not wanting to just feed any kills in the opener.
Jetty certainly swapped his HP out for clearing utility over onto A shops. He's got teammates now to work with. Kanka with the second time is going to take that very aggressive angle over towards mid, but it's the activation now for RRQ. Sign tucked away into that first corner as well. Will be sure to clear it, but that's a decent util coming through from Jenny. Doesn't do enough damage, doesn't look like it. Kanka and Chichu, the last one's there. Kanka's got a double up here, but he's still got more work to do. Paranoia's been good so far. Chichu managed to get Crazy Guy, and now suddenly Jemkin 4K for the round.
Every time RRQ gets pushed, Jemkin has been stepping up. Even though there was not much invested in that round for EDG, it was necessary for him to multi-frag on the Marshall. That's going to go a long way towards working up his tour de force. Perfection from EDG in that round, really. Has to be said. Kankan got down middle on a pretty deep info line. He had Chichu hanging around in elbow, which allows them to 3-stack A and set up some of those flash plays. So even on the pistol, very dangerous. And that severely weakens this bonus of RRQ. It's really just Jemkin, 18-7 with the hero rifle here.
Full gun buys coming through from EDG now. Again, the scan will come on through. Sova versus Sova over towards A. Movement from RQ. Heading towards elbow right now. And also have Chichu.
Neon spotted. Good information for EDG. They can hear all of these footsteps. Orb is up. Snake bite at the ready. Jemkin will be pushed away. The fast lane. Where are you going, Zan? That is not what you were looking for on the entry.
He just walked through, ran through, I should say, the snake bite into the loving arms of Jenny. That's a freebie, one for absolutely nothing. Kong up next, and he delivers.
Yeah.
No problems there. 5v3. Feeling the roughness of this round now for RRQ. At least Xfero will respond with one.
Yeah, it's a decent pick. Crazy Guy's still in spawn though, with naught but a classic. Signed. Next up to bat. It's a good pick. Xfero was already a little bit low on HP, so that's an easy little cleanup over there. Crazy Guy may want to get his hands on that Guardian, but even if he does and tries to pick up the spike, there's 3 players already there.
30 seconds left.
Okay, well, just a Sheriff upgrade for now. Spotted by the knife as well. Yeah, okay, what can we do here? What kind of damage can be found by RRQ, if anything at all? Suffocated out of this particular round. And excellent flash, Jimkin. Can't even fire a shot.
10 seconds left.
10 seconds for Crazy Guy to get any more damage done here for RRQ. Peg a dart through the top side, but on the off angle, even if he puts 2 shots into nobody, it's still not enough. Very nice. Anti-bonus there for EDG, made a lot easier by the damage they did in the round previous.
Okay, well, all as expected here, obviously. Very low on equipment was RRQ going to that round, and that opening Zan run-through was a bit of a question mark. Really set the tone for the rest of this round with everyone just getting picked out one by one, and a very slow last couple of stragglers from RRQ to be picked apart here, operating in the hands of Jemkin, though that's what we want to see.
Yeah, still plenty of legs left in this game, even if it was a bit of a disappointing bonus for RRQ. Jemkin going to be doing exactly what I was talking about. Dry walk with the rendezvous. Tried to attempt this in the pistol and didn't find much success. Drone creates even more pressure. It's a lot of pressure in the middle of the map as EDG tried to hold on the extremities.
Sign's looking that way though, and he might just end up peeking straight into Jemkin's sight line. Jemkin eagerly awaiting his first target. It seems like it won't be found, not just yet. Is aware that nobody is hanging out around the shop, so I think nobody's life may be forfeit. Indeed it is, and Sign can't respond either. Quick rendezvous from Jemkin now sets the stage for this execute. 5 players all good and ready to go. And RRQ start walking on in. Kankan, nice angle to Zan, called utility out. Now the Cloudburst will start to cause some issues here, but not for Xfero. It's going to get flashed out, but otherwise still flying. Sign trying to just spray his way through a bunch of these smokes. 3 versus 3. Mind Chichu coming through from double doors as well, and a shot missed. Jemkin, you can't be doing that.
Black go now down for Cushy. Jenny, no more utility here, waiting for his KO knife, and out it comes. Will at least suppress Crazy Guy on the side. Nice pick for Jemkin on the cross there. Man advantage now for RRQ, but Chichu is really close, covered well by Crazy Guy. 1-on-2 for Sign, but RRQ jiggling, and surely it'll be the double swing. It's actually not needed. The Viper Wall will at least zone side away. Crazy Guy playing for the post flare, but it's a great swing for Cushy. RRQ up to 9.
11 ammo there. Signed about to run out of time, bullets. He's already run out of teammates. Now that round will run away from EDG also. Well played by Jemkin. Did have that one missed shot, unfortunately, but otherwise sets the team up for success with a very early pick. Despite the amount of responses that EDG tried to show up with that. I mean, even the final kill of, I'm trying to remember the player that tried to flush out Jemkin towards the end there that just got shot on the side of the head, but in either case, RRQ still maintaining the lead slightly.
It's a big reset round onto EDG. Crazy Guy does not have a primary weapon here, though. Maybe try to min-max the money. Zan v Kung inside of elbow, pushed away by the dart. Xfero hot on his heels as Jemkin is waiting for a rotation off that B site. How many blades has Kung got here? Down to 3. Gonna have to be precise, and of course he is. B comes through from Zan, but cleaned up by Chichu. That's a great start for EDG.
Good assistance there. Chichu as well is going to get extra. Crazy Guy wanted to pick up a weapon, and he'll just find his death, unfortunately. Instead, it's Jemkin 1v4, their operator in hand. He's only got 1,300 in the bank, so question mark of what he can even do here, if anything. This is going to be a pretty successful half-buy eco-ish round for EDG.
I mean, this could be a death blow for RRQ, quite honestly. Their money's at least decent, but we're really looking for a clean anti-eco here to try to cruise along the rest of their attacking side and move up to double digits.
Has dropped off his op.
Yeah, he did. You don't want Kung to get that.
Yeah, so he's not gonna end up saving because I think he'll get hunted down. So he's dropped that gun away, and now he's just gonna make a play for it. See what his headhunter can find.
I mean, he's got the 2 of the force in the next round. He really wants to stop EDG from getting their hands on as many guns as possible. Will catch nobody with a dart in hand, but with 20 seconds on the clock, no spike in hand. There's really not much Jemkin can do.
Triple face potentially coming on through. Don't walk out one by one, EDG. That would be very poor for you. But as Jemkin tries to just pick up that rifle, doesn't quite have the opportunity to shoot down any players. Otherwise, that could have been a very interesting finish for RRQ.
Yeah. There was a wrinkle in time where that was a little bit of a different play unfolding before our eyes. But credit to EDG here with one of these deep 5 walls in middles. You have to go and snip that out as the attacking side. Just what you have to do on Breeze.
Yep.
You cannot let the defense have all of that mid control just because they put a big green wall on your screen. And sometimes when you go and try to retake that map control, that's where you get punished.
We've seen a decent tour de force round come through Jemkin before. He'll have to do that again, but into the Viper's pit might not be what RRQ are looking for here.
Yep. That is going to be the Hunter's Fury going over the crazy guy.
Actually pretty huge for maybe dismantling the Viper's pit, we'll see.
It could be. Sign's taking some space on the other side of things. This is a really, really nice info push here, and he throws out a Cove as well, looking to clear out the trademark.
First blood. And it goes to Sign. Trademark will know. Sign walks out of that 130 HP. Crazy guy, and the rest of the squad led by the drone here. First whore shot went out as well. Jenny up first on the double doors. Know that trouble is coming his way. Has to just start dropping in some utility because players are making their way onto site. He's got a couple of good shots though. 2 players down. Kung with his own operator. He bought with his own money. But it's Jemkin still alive. 3 shots on the tour. 3 players left alive. Multi-angle approach. Sign down first. Position nice and revealed. Is it sniper versus sniper? Kung he's not looking at the right side of yellow.
Nobody creeping up on double doors. Spike still on the
wall.
That's a really nice angle. Nobody now in a 1v1. Jem gets
nice.
Massive for RRQ. He almost pulls off a 1v3 in just the round previous. And just as dangerous to give RRQ the double digits that they were looking for, but maybe not in the fashion they expected to get them.
It's a Tour de Force victory round, and since we're in France, might call it the Tour de France as well. Jemkin, another successful, unbelievable clutch as well coming on through to keep RRQ in this one. We talked about the fact that at the end of the previous round, before the one we just saw, it might be a back-breaking round loss for RRQ, but instantly they bring themselves back into action. And guess what? Jemkin finds himself a free operator as well.
This is just the Jemkin hard carry that we've all been waiting for. He's putting the team on his back, but Gianni already silencing him. Out comes the Hunter's Fury. Is it out of range? It's not. Zan in the time, mid-time. He's taken down a pick in middle. And the res comes through onto Gianni, so a man advantage now for EDG as RRQ looking for a reset.
Okay, well, crazy guy will pick up that lost operator. See if he's got the sniping chops in and about him as well. Has Chichu right behind the wall.
Has he crept in?
Losing Jemkin early is certainly going to hurt. Now going to lost crazy guy as well, and no chance to recover that op. So instantly EDG bite back 4 versus 2 with players looking for weapon upgrades as well. Look at the low HP on Xan and Xferret.
Off angle here, looking pretty good for Chichu, but it's a little bit quicker for Zan. Opens up the middle of the map. Fast lane, applying a little bit of pressure, as well as the dark cover to follow up. Xferret, though, low on HP, ready for the push.
Okay, EDG,
perfect patience. This is exactly what you're used to seeing here for Xferret. Spike in hand, signed on the off angle.
Kind of selling this one a little bit here. EDG had the player advantage. They don't anymore, and they have no eyes on where Xferret went. Sign just hoping to at least even up on terms of the weaponry. Jenny's got himself a rifle, but on the wrong side of the map, Plant is definitely going to come on through. It's going to be a 2v2 full retake and confusion on the faces of EDG here.
Yeah, Plant for yellow. Zan is going to hang around on spawn side. The Harbor ult could be really, really key at trying to clear out all of this. You've got a KO knife as well. That's going to be great at trying to read the post-plant positioning here of RRQ. Zan on a big wraparound.
It's an incredibly important round for both of these teams to set the momentum here. But like you said, Reckoning has to be the first port to call.
There's the knife.
That's going to be the spot. Again, low HP at first. Doesn't land anything, Jenny. Will find his mark, and now Xferret, he's just been ulted down. And the reckoning comes for RRQ. EDG keep it within 1 round.
That is exactly what you wanted to see there on that retake for EDG. That is a very difficult 2v2 to dissect. They're completely out of position. but the KO knife gives them the information that they need, and the harbor roll is perfect. It is Zan who had to hit his shot on the cross. That is a whiff that is illegal, unfortunately. He needed to be able to find that impact, especially with how sharp he just was. That was a crazy shot up through tunnel.
Yeah. Can't hit them all, unfortunately. And to be honest, that round started to really fall back into RRQ's favor when multiple members of EDG were just kind of caught walking through the map. And now suddenly, Jemkin and the rest of his squad out of cash. Overdrive, though, is going to be maybe solving that solution slightly. It's going to get caught about util from Signed to slow things down, but Zan, not to be deterred here, still wants to just throw caution to the wind. And as that's happening, Kong and nobody ripping them apart for the time being. Just a singular member and Crazy got to deal some damage and not enough damage done, I'm afraid.
Sama jadinya
The
anjir.
overdrive just takes a little bit too long to get involved. As soon as Zan finally peaks, someone is overdrive runs out. He just has to classic him. That is brutal. EDG, though, that's a pretty nice looking anti-eco, has to be said. RRQ under the press now as we head up to 10 apiece. A very decent amount of money with an operator coming out here for EDG. Same can be said on the side of RRQ. Very much anyone's game here.
Double op, Chishu still on the Bulldog. It's Viper's Pit for Cushy as well. Nothing else to really speak of here. A slow start for RRQ. Waiting to see what EDG want to move into first.
Drone pressure on B. Crazy guy applying it. How patient is Kang on this off angle here? This op duel could really decide the round as the wall goes up.
Drone also came through on the B side as well defensively. Now Kang wants to walk forward, and here we go. Opportunity. Jemkin wants none of that one, just instantly TP's out. Cushy's already trying to make his way onto site, but Kang eventually finds Jemkin anyway. Just 2 members left now for the side of RRQ. Both of them on site, and they want to go for the plant. That's at least going to give money. No, he doesn't even do anything with that. Plant has been a fail, and so is with the rest of the round for RRQ.
That's a big round for EDG. Money is completely kaput for RRQ. Have to take a save, and that will secure series point if EDG can just complete that anti-eco cleanly enough. That was a very, very nice round indeed. Viper wall makes all the difference. It's kind of unsettling. Jemkin over in mid, who was looking for that lurking duel with that operator. Trying to kind of cut the map in half for RRQ as they apply that pressure to B. They are looking for mistakes for the rotators, and unfortunately, those never come.
Kang had his number. And on the rest of the map, the rest of EDG had RRQ's number as well. Couldn't even quite get the plant down. 2 versus 4. Probably wouldn't have expected much, even if the plant did come on through. Might just be looking at the victory path now for EDG. I mean, they're not ahead by so much that RRQ can't make a comeback, but it's the economy problem that we have to start talking about.
It's going to have to be another heroic round with a half buy or a win in OT at this point. EDG, I mean, that was really one of the final nails in the coffin here. Puts RRQ in a very uncomfortable position. But they've got to take a tack timeout and discuss how maybe they can try to conjure some magic on this half buy. When you have a pit, it is doable though. You just need to get yourself into a messy situation where you could get a couple of entries, throw down the pit, and then a post plant is winnable. And that upset with a couple of guns picked up could be exactly what RRQ need to get this game done.
Gotta say as well, how far away is Jemkin from getting his next tour, because that might be able to bail them out. Unfortunately, too far away, and now Crazy Guy will make this round opportunity a little bit further away for RRQ as well. The rest of this attacking side will make their way through onto A. And now nobody on the rest of EDG to receive. That's a good shot from Zan though. Chishu, despite being stunned, will respond instantly. It's going to get paranoid out, but slowly everyone's starting to make their way in. This is looking like a little rough one of Xfero. Last one up, doesn't even get a shot with the Stinger. He's got the Bandit in hand, and this Bandit's going straight to jail.
Great defense for EDG. Second round in a row where 4 players survive. Kang finds his pick on his side of the map. They easily stack 3 towards A and shut down any offense from RRQ. Not that they had much to work with in that round. The tap timeout will mostly have been discussing this gun round here. What has RRQ come up with?
Extreme back against the wall. You'll say it was a good showing on the final map of Breeze if it ends up being that. The EDG, like the favored team. One last operator duel perhaps here. Jemkin versus Kang once again. And they're walking straight into Kang's sightlines, who doesn't quite land his opening shot. And secondarily as well, just tags Cushy. Now Xfero punishes. That's the 5v4 that we've been looking for a while.
They're waiting for these peaks in middle. Jemkin spots out the push. 3 players on RRQ. A singular focus as the dart comes out. Perfect pick from Chichu. And they are just mopping up all of RRQ. Xfero extremely uncomfortable. Sidearm pulled out and punished heavily as it's a 4-on-2 for the game for EDG.
This is it. Crazy Guy and Jemkin, the last 2 alive here. Despite how long it took Chichu to get that last kill, he still manages to find it. Crazy Guy will start evening out the numbers ever so slightly. But will it be enough here? Headhunter in hand. High tied up as well. EDG smell blood in the water and they're looking to pounce. They're looking to strike. They're looking to finalize this last round here. Patience being shown.
Muter nggak sih? Masih ada waktu.
Scanner's going to be good on towards Chichu. Last 30 seconds, got to make a move here, RRQ. They're going to walk into the crossfire. Plenty of members here. After the Cove comes down to cause some big problems. Chichu spamming through the boxes. Jemkin up to
Nice!
How has that happened? They've completely clutched that one up. The 2 of them together, Jemkin
One
and
more,
Crazy Guy.
one more.
They've just wiped the floor with EDG's crossfire setup.
I think it's honestly just a case of poor timing there for EDG. The Viper Wall was up. We heard the KO flash in our ears. I think as soon as EDG went for that push to try to disrupt whatever was happening for RRQ, that's the point where they peak together. Gianni walks up, you hear the flash there, and RRQ, that's the perfect timing. And the reason why it works is because they've created so much pressure, cutting sound, that they could be walking up through elbow, and EDG is forced to push.
Well, suddenly, game is alive again. Pit going down over towards A. It's going to force RRQ. Well, they were already on B. A little bit of a safety drone being thrown out there by nobody as well, just to make sure they have full control. And now Kung on the elbow, on the angle. Ready with the yellow.
Dia minggir sih.
Zen
Kan
falls
pick bareng, bro.
In the meantime, RRQ applying pressure to B. Nobody's picked up his Hunter's Fury on the other side of the map. Kushi could go down
dapat,
here as
dapat,
well,
dapat.
but that's when the dash has elapsed for Kung. Overcooking it a little bit, back into a 4-on-4 now, but RRQ have got no space on the map.
Xfero punya ulti tuh.
Opportunity for Kung there. Would have loved to have doubled up. RRQ keeping this one going. Where are we going to TP to? Right back over towards spawn, it looks like. A little confusing for the side of EDG.
Yeah, forces nobody to have to go and clear out spawn. Gianni also watching spawn side here as RRQ takes some space in middle.
Mid to B is looking like at the moment. Jemkin will hold doors. Signed on the hunt. He's moving around. He's basically clearing through all of this elbow side. Not looking over towards mid just yet. Starting to run out of time here. Crazy Guy. Completely unknown kill onto Jenny. And nobody can't respond here. Going for the plan now. They've completely dodged away from the Viper's pit. But Chichu still has an angle to work through. And now suddenly a 3-angle approach. EDG can work their way in as a final opportunity to plant. It's about to elapse. Hunter's Fury could be really deadly here. You need to plant
Oh!
There's no time. Oh, they might have just... He's fat-fingered the Hunter's Fury. He fat-fingered the Hunter's Fury at 3.5 seconds, Kev. That is... I've never seen that in my life.
And now they'll never live it down. But with that, a fat finger to end the entire map, to end the entire series. Again, you'll call this one a close map, but that last ending was about one of the worst ways you could possibly finish your run here at EWC in 2026. And now the first team to be exiting and the first team to survive the lower bracket is EDG winning against RRQ.
I don't know if he had time to plant or not. Maybe it's just desperation looking for the picks, but at 3.5 seconds, surely you just try and throw it down. And you just hope that you have enough time.
You just have to plant, dude.
I'm not sure which it was, but that is unbelievable. I've never seen anything like that before.
Well, what a way to end, man. What a way to finish that one, Puckett. And it's going to be good on towards Chief.
Hunter's Fury on the other side.
Clearing through all of this elbow side. Not looking over towards mid just yet. Kill onto Jenny. And nobody can't respond here. Going for the plan now. They've completely dodged away from the Jenny. And nobody can't respond here. Going
Di sini di smoke nih. Oh, tinggal 20 detik. Tadi nobody sempat nembak. Ya nggak sih?
Not looking over towards mid yet.
Nah, tuh. Ini nobody ke spot nih.
Crazy Guy completely
Tuh, Nobody ke spot di sini. Lu udah
Don't
smoke di
kill
situ
on the
tuh.
Jenny, and nobody can't respond
Tapi bisa play-nya di sono doang ya.
here. Going for the plant now. They've completely dodged away from the Vipers. People can work their way in as a final opportunity to plant.
Ketawa nih.
10 seconds
Is about to elapse. Hunter's Fury could be really deadly here. You need to plant now.
There's no time. Oh, they might have just got it. What? He's
I mean, I still can't believe what happened in that last round. You had just a tiny amount of time left, but RRQ really left themselves like no room to work with either.
Like, I actually have to go and look at the VOD to see what how many seconds. That was crazy.
That was a much rowdier game than we expected after watching RRQ get obliterated on this map the day before. Looking much stronger today, but it wasn't enough. What are the final thoughts on this, Pilski, as we're getting ready for an interview on the stage?
I mean, sad for RRQ, but EDG, they'll move on in the group. I don't think it's going to be easy for their next opponent, though. 100 Thieves and BPL on the A stream was looking very, very close indeed, quite honestly. So EDG have got their work cut out for them.
I mean, it's a good comeback from EDG, but RRQ, I think, unfortunately, is just another case where they go to another international, they get a group, they don't win a single game here. Do they even get a map? No, they didn't. No maps won. Sedge.
You kind of called it, though, not going to lie. Day 0, green room, he's like, RRQ, international, don't expect any success.
You throw me under the bus again.
It's my region, like, these are my boys, and my children disappoint me 2 years in a row.
Oh, my God. All right.
He didn't say any of that, but he was feeling it. Admiral, I'm pretty sure they're almost ready getting set up for this interview on the stage. It's pretty exciting stuff here. If you're an EDG fan, you struggled on day number 1. Here on Elimination Day 3, though, you're able to get the job done. And despite this one being close in game 2, it's a 2-0 match win.
Yeah, I think the first map is really what you're comfortable with. What you're really happy about, the Ascent change-up from their first day's performance coming into this day. It's night and day entirely. I mean, you'll say their opponents night and day in difference also. But I agree with Pilski. This is still going to be a pretty tough group to get out of. EDG still have more work to do here, but I liked what I saw out of EDG today compared to what we got out of day 1.
Yeah, for sure. I think RRQ, that's the performance we were all expecting. I think it's good to see them playing to the standard that we know they're able to in Pacific, at least in that last map. I know that Jemkin did his best. I think there was a good kind of pitch in from the rest of the boys, but as we often see at these international events, it's only a map or two here or there. It's just not consistent enough map to map or series to series to make it through.
Reminder, this is just Group A's Eliminator. We also have the Group B Eliminator going on. We're going to have our 2 qualifier matches towards the second half of the day. And after this match, we, of course, are going to see Vitality in the mix against NRG. Avril, a little teaser on that as we're still waiting on the stage.
Yeah, I mean, top teams from both EMEA and Americas, seemingly the 2 regions that are performing at the highest level so far at this event. But beyond that, the 2 teams have never faced each other. So it's going to be a first time for NRG versus Vitality. Both teams highly respecting each other. Both teams at the top of their level in the group of death as well. PRX still in that lower bracket. KC still in that lower bracket as well. So it's going to be a dogfight the entire way through.
There's a lot to organize, and we've got it all settled. Are you ready, chat? It's time for your interview with Gennaro on the stage.
Thanks for the intro, Pakid. Congratulations. You guys are managing to get your first win here at EWC. I'd love to hear what allowed you to close this game out so quickly.
非常感谢您今天在我们这现场的这个比赛。我们想要了解的是，您今天怎么能够这么快的就让比赛结束了？
今天打的还是比较顺吧，但个人来说，其实是有点困，有点累，因为昨天晚上熬夜看了梅西的足球赛。
We did really well today, and however, personally, I feel a bit tired because we watched the Messi's match last night.
That was a long one, but in terms of the performance that we are seeing here at this event, because you guys are playing with your coach signed instead of the full roster, how has that been for the adaptation?
非常棒！今天我们可以看到你们团队的状态是很好的。然后呢，现在你们跟这个教练呢San一起合作。那在这个合作的过程当中呢，因为不是平常的教练，您感觉如何呢
？Better than SEMOGA, I think.
Oh, okay. No translation needed for that one. That's okay. Throwing shots here, but you might have to throw shots again against BBL. They're currently playing 100 Thieves. It's looking a little dicey, so there could be a matchup. What did you learn from your last game against them, and how will you improve the next one?
非常棒，那么谢谢您。但是接下来还有更大的挑战要和 BBL 进行的一个挑战。那么上一次跟他们的一个对决当中学到了哪些内容呢？未来如何展望？
我觉得 也没有学到，但是验证了一些我们东西吧，就验证了我们可能在后面那两张图的一个阵容的选择，可能不是很好，然后我们现在也是否决掉了那些想法吧。
Well, we think we learned a lot, and however, we proved some techniques. I think in the future we have the confidence.
Okay, I'm looking forward to seeing that confidence. Thank you so much, Sisye, and thank you as well for the translations. That's it from us over here. Bucket, back to you.
非常感谢您，也相信您对未来的信心，谢谢。
Awesome stuff from our stage there. Ginny, if you can still hear me, one bonus question from the chat. Thumbs up or down, is he a Messi fan?
He's gone.
He's gone.
It's gone. It's almost fast enough for you, chat.
Yeah.
Watching the soccer games here, the football games, it's been wild in Paris. Even our players are getting involved in the World Cup. The Esports World Cup continues on with our first team out. That key will be destroyed a little bit later on stream. In the meantime, let's take a look at how it went down. RRQ's Jemkin earns my MVP of the day. Despite the loss, this man was putting everyone in the backpack. Walk me through some of the biggest plays, though, of Game 2.
Yeah, I mean, on both the maps as well, Jemkin was the highlight reel, but, you know, some of these other plays, particularly on the pistol rounds, had some really big moments from Cushy as well. It's these operator versus operator duels that you wish that Jemkin maybe had a little more on. Still, though, he was able to keep his gameplay nice and sharp and was the lead that you expected, was the guy in the server to lead mechanically that RRQ needed, but unfortunately the rest of the team couldn't pull it together.
Yeah, I think I would definitely say that on the first map. I think this is kind of your usual schedule programming for an RRQ performance in Pacific most of the time, or 1 or 2 games at an international that we saw from them. Some rough moments, and diving into the site by himself, getting half-bought win against by EDG, like not necessarily being super clean at all moments, but definitely having some good calls, making some good plays. This was a round to forget for sure. That was a round to remember. Jemkin, big impact, big clutches from him, but at the end of the day, in all 24 rounds, running it right down to the wire, RRQ unfortunately will bow out here of EWC.
And Can still the player to watch from this EDG team moving forward. His sniper was on point in the second game.
Yeah, I think him, also Chichu as well, coming on big. Loved his interview after all is said and done. But EDG really together, particularly on that first map, real big team showing, signed as well as the kind of star sub here. Chichu saying, better than Smoggy, maybe we'll just keep signing moving forward.
Yeah, do it. Need more AusNZ players playing in these global events.
We showed all of those highlights, but did not see the final moment one more time. If you missed it, head on over to Pilski's Twitter. What's your Twitter?
I don't know. Let's let's not.
We're gonna post up that clip.
I'm not
you can
posting it on my
talk
Twitter.
about it. We can just relive all of the Pacific's games so far. Interact with Pilski during the break. We'll be back with Avril and my friend Athena after this. You did great. Yeah.
Check the VOD.
We're going to break, yeah? Send it.
This is a song about my first kiss. It should sound more exciting, like the best day of my life.
She just kissed me. That's so cool. I'm so cool. That was my first kiss, y'all. Yay, that was my first kiss, y'all.
Play is in our DNA. Whenever we let it out, it becomes our superpower. Now imagine an entire city being built to supercharge it. Kadir City, powered by Play.
We were there. For every click, every clutch, every respawn. We were there for the years of grind. And we're here. Now. The proud founding partner of EWC. Powering the biggest event in gaming. Shoulder to shoulder with the world's best. Making history. Greatness deserves a stage. Lenovo Legion. Reach your impossible.
Joined by Harvey from GE, and today we're going to be having a little look at the new map Summit. And I'll be honest with you, I can't imagine you're fully prepped for this map just yet, but I want to just kind of see, like, is there anything around off-rip that you want to like show us? I see you've locked in Sage straight away, a fairly popular agent at the moment. Well, what's the thought process behind Sage?
I mean, I play Sage like on 4 maps and other maps, and I've seen Grim use it during the show match, so it seems pretty interesting to see.
Anything that jumps out to you on this map in general?
I think one cool wall would be once the door is broken.
Okay.
And let's say you're on the other side, you just have a teammate break it. When you wall up, you have like a good off angle and like high ground to shoot people coming out of main.
I like how you're going in straight with wall tech. Like, I feel like some people be like, oh, maybe we've got like, we could put a smoke here, we could put a smoke here, or how you'd execute, and you're straight in with like, I'm gonna break this door and I'm gonna put a ratty wall that lets me shoot over the top.
Maybe if you're planting the bomb, I wouldn't recommend walling this off, because you just get stuck. Maybe a better wall would be like this, and you take CT, so you have more space. So it'll be harder for the defenders to retake if you have this, and the site itself.
What about with like the slows from the defender side?
You can always use one for like the first choke point.
Okay.
Or if you want, like, this can be the first choke point, and when you go back here, this can be for the second. But if you want to play more aggro, I feel like this should be the first slow. Stop the push a bit. If they hard execute you, second slow can be the second choke point. So you're just stopping them from getting here, and like once your reinforcements come from like these 2 angles, it's kind of hard for them to just enter, because now they have to worry about these angles. Like, you're breaking their timing and you're letting reinforcements come in.
What about if you were on the attack side?
Either you slow right or you slow left. You just have to like eliminate one angle, so you don't have to aim at the angle. So you just use a slow to, you know, like cut the pie, and this one you don't have to mark anymore because it's slowed off.
Okay.
And maybe even going in, if you want to take the whole site, you can wall here instead. Break this door, and then it's easier to get the site.
Okay, and what about on attack?
I think attack, like the first thing you should do is probably slow right side, break the button. Maybe you can even like wall this side. Maybe an interesting wall would be like this. You wall yourself up, you hide first, and you can take your timing.
And then even hide in the corner. There you go. You got a little hidey hole. I feel like you've given us a fairly comprehensive guide of how to Sage wall, which I appreciate. And I'm gonna maybe have to ban other players from picking Sage, because I don't think we're gonna get too much more from that. Either way, Harvey, thank you very much for giving us a little bit of extra information about Summit, and we'll see you next time.
And so now that I got the sketch on paper, I can basically just take a photo of that. And now lower opacity and trace it just like kindergarten.
And we're going to use this to make some cool stuff with Envato.
Get that shoe, and we're done with that. And now in Envato, we got all these asset categories, right? So we'll just go into the graphic templates, for instance, and start searching. Select hoodie.
They've got these mock-up templates that basically just slot right into other apps. The ease of use here is great. I mean, for something
Honestly, I wish I could lock in like this.
layers.
What is even working?
Just one click, and it's cream now.
Oh.
So yeah, if you want to make a cream or
Get the chair.
really anything, if you want, you can make anything with this.
Like, my internet is so spotty. Sodas or something like this, and unlimited downloads with a subscription. Obviously, design stuff, but also film, music.
Anyway, there is so much more to show you. If I could just here, check this out.
Play is in our DNA. Whenever we let it out, it becomes our superpower. Now imagine an entire city being built to supercharge it. Kadir City, powered by Play.
We were there. For every click, every clutch, every respawn. We were there for the years of grind. And we're here. Now. The proud founding partner of EWC. Powering the biggest event in gaming. Shoulder to shoulder with the world's best. Making history. Greatness deserves a stage. Lenovo Legion. Reach your impossible.
To send our first team to the playoff bracket. There's my mic, and here's the fun, ladies and gentlemen. We just had our first team packing RRQ out of the competition, but now we find out who's moving in to your final 8. If you do so, you are making $90,000, and more importantly, you're in the running next week for the title of EWC 26 Valorant Champ. Let's take a look here at this upcoming fight, though, as we welcome to the desk Athena for the first time today. Athena alongside Avril once again. How are we feeling about this battle, seeing energy on our stage for the second time?
Sorry, I was just doing a Puckett cosplay.
You get it?
Whoa!
I'm feeling really good. I think this match is going to be a banger. Absolutely. That last match as well was really fun to watch. EGG almost losing out that second map. Almost a little comeback from RRQ. It was really sick to see.
It was an exciting one. Probably a little bit less exciting for EDG. Wanted to close that one out, but went one of the craziest endings ever. Maybe a little bit of a fat finger trying to plant with no time remaining. Hopefully get a lot more cleaner gameplay in the game we're about to watch.
I watched it back. There wasn't really time, so I think it was just a little frustration, celebration, Sova alt at the end there. Avril, I see you wore your Team Liquid colors today. Is that because Yappy's playing against Kiko, the old teammates?
Yeah, for sure. I'm all about Team Liquid. I didn't even think about that. Team Liquid's not even here, guys, but, you know, we'll rep some of those colors out here. Yeah, hoping for a good one. Kiko had an amazing performance on his first day on this event, so he's definitely one to look out for me.
Let's talk a little bit about these rosters, starting with your NRG side, because they are getting into the bans, and it's actually going to be Vitality with the first strike. They're making sure Fracture isn't in here, and I have a feeling Split will not make it through, so NRG says that is not the map we're playing. Athena, what does that mean for us?
Speaking of NRG, I mean, this Ascent pick by Vitality is actually a really good one because I haven't really seen NRG have any success on this map. It feels like they've struggled on Ascent every single time. And should I just move over here?
Come on over. Yeah, just come on over here.
So they've really struggled to finish out Ascent games, even though you do have that Odin most of the time. All right, I'm going to leave you. You can have your solo shot.
I do enjoy it.
There we go.
There we go.
And yeah, I think it makes a lot of sense. And then for the Lotus coming up as well, we saw NRG just have success on that yesterday against 2 days ago against PRX. So definitely makes sense for them to pick that map.
For ban away Fractures off. He did not look comfortable on at all, but they got to get that one removed, plus the usual ban of Split gone as well. So looked like a decent little veto coming through with all very normal maps, except for the fact that there's no Haven, and we got Breeze instead. But aside from that, I feel like, you know, the Lotus Ascent there's a default.
Guys. Lu yang mana sih? Warna apa, Anjir? Warna aku ungu. Oh, ungu. Ya udah. Apa, Mujib?
Enggak apa-apa.
Gue passing akurasinya udah 100% ini. Nice banget, gila. Apa aja lah, susah.
Ini NRG. Wah, salah match dong gua.
Dapat bulat. Nah.
As well was Lover's Rock. And as he ran past, he went,
Per gua. Anjing minta gua. Ini gua ada di depan. Nah.
And my response was, are you sure he's not cheating? Because that performance, I think he ended up on like 470 something ACS, 29 kills. I don't think he's had to do anything yet. That was the hero op.
That's the op in this buy. I just don't know what I'm watching sometimes.
He's got the best player in the world in this team, wasn't he?
They go from being such a well-oiled machine, 13 rounds in a row with, yes, some shakier performances, but a lot of aggression that was tempered on Split. We talked about how different Split and Lotus aggression is because there's less space, there's less avenues, and this time he shift walks through a smoke with an op. Yeah, listen.
The double-A duo.
Right now. Decent damage, all things considered. Wow, it's like, what is this guy? Lloyd has Laroc got his hand on his mouse. A wrap around now, 30 HP. A chance to make this incredibly close. That's 3 kills already. A third found, but a fourth might have ate him. Bang! Flying under the radar around the backside. It works out, but that is way closer than it should have been. The good.
Sama bener, bro. Sematch kali Valorant. banget. 9:30. Sekarang baru jam 8. Thank you ya yang udah subscribe, guys. Thank you banget. Ya Allah, ada aja gue main Valorant kudu restart dulu. Gua ngapain dong kalau kayak gini? Ada-ada aja dah. Ribet banget. Ngapain dong? Itu gue udah nonton PRX, masa udahlah. Mager banget kalau restream lagi ntar. Gue setting ini dah. Kok ini malah chat yang di short ya? Ini potret ya? Di sini kagak masuk kah? Di sini lah jadi 2. Tes. Oh, digabung. Gimana dong? Mau ngapain dong kalau gini, bejir? Gue pengen main Valorant. Semoga PRX lolos biar bisa ada tontonan lagi. Thank you. See you next stream, guys. Dadah. Thank you. Thank you yang udah subscribe juga ya, yang udah like, yang belum subscribe ya.